Hello, everybody. I'm Sophia Perola with Garden State Film Festival, and I have the pleasure of interviewing today Alia, who is the writer and director of Esther's Choice, a short film that was accepted into Garden State Film Festival. Congratulations, Alia.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell everyone who you are and a little bit about this film, please?
Well, my name is Alia Azamat Ashkenazi, if for full. I'm a writer and director based in New Jersey. I currently live in Weehawken, right across Midtown. So this film came about on set, actually. I've met my cinematographer, who's a brilliant cinematographer, Guillermo Cameo. We were working together on a feature film. He was a gaffer and I was a script supervisor. And one day at lunch, he just came up to me and said, write something, I want to shoot for you. And on my way to set, I wrote this short film thinking about, the limited budget, filmmaking, what kind of story can I tell with 2 or 3 people in an apartment. And that's how the series came about, and in a couple of months, as luck would have it, we made it. I found the cast and I had my lead in my mind when I was writing it, Emma Orlov, who is amazing in this film and overall. And then Francois came on board, and that's how it all happened. It was really fast. We shot in New Jersey, one of the brownstones. I'm really happy about the look of the film. You can see it in the poster. It became kind of iconic, all this like bay windows and the view and the apartment itself became a character in the movie. So that was exciting, right? I'm really happy to be part of this festival, and so happy the world will get to see it.
Absolutely, and so many questions, and just off what you said, that's so amazing that you did you really write this film on the way to the set and it was all written in that time period, or did it take, how was the process of writing it and creating it?
Well, I think it was about 2 weeks before wrap of that film, and that's how I wrote an outline. I don't ever sit down in final draft and write a screenplay right away. I really need my structure and to figure out my characters before I write, not to get lost. So the outline came about in a couple of days, maybe, traveling to and from set. We would discuss it with Guillermo and just brainstorm characters. And then maybe a week later, the first draft came in. And we discussed that. He really liked it. I started listening to music because music is very important for the film. So I started looking at maybe composers to approach, or what you get inspired by. But the draft didn't change much in the story from that beginning and from that outline. But I must say that when Francois came on board, he's the second lead and a very important character in the film. The script changed a lot for him and for his character. I'm really happy with our collaboration as an actor and director, and Francois also was a creative producer on the film in a way that he was contributing to the character, and it was really helpful for me to just imagine him and listen to him, what he has to say and his ideas of the motivation of the character that doesn't necessarily get to show itself on the page of the script, but it's definitely inside him when he's acting and when he's saying the lines and is leaving the scene out.
That's so amazing. And I love that you mentioned that you were working with the cinematographer and he kind of said, oh, I want to work for you. I want you to write something. And you had the lead in mind. And then things changed as you met the other lead, because I think that's such an important aspect of filmmaking is collaboration and staying open. And so many parts of this film, I mean, the acting was phenomenal. And like you said, I didn't notice the poster behind you, but one of the things that I was watching the film is you could watch the film in silent and it is just gorgeous. The color.
Oh my God, thank you so much for
I can tell you
this.
so carefully crafted everything, color, lighting, and then in listening to it, which is so important, the music, everything was so, you could just tell how much you guys put into this and how, yes, carefully and beautifully crafted the film is. Like, I'm so impressed. I would love just to ask you about what that collaboration is, what it takes to really, do that lighting and the color and the music. Tell me a little bit more about that collaboration and all those aspects that really make the film what it is.
Well, thank you so much for saying this. As an immigrant and as a user or renter of English language, English is not my first language. It was always important for me to kind of express myself in a universal way. And one of the goals, maybe not the goal, but the dream was that if someone watches the film on the airplane without sound, they will understand what's going on. And that idea I had in my mind from the very beginning, from that outline of repetitive shots and telling the story through visuals, not necessarily through dialogue. It showed don't tell in a distilled kind of way. And that informed that idea of universality of the story of love and inspiration and finding that muse, was informing all our decisions visually. I think myself and Guillermo kind of, he's also an immigrant. He's from Barcelona, so he's a Spanish CP here in New York. We're both like legal aliens here. So it kind of like we clicked on that, and every shot and every frame was thought through from the very beginning. Like my director's book was 40 pages long for like a 17 pages script. It's kind of ambitious and long, and his was also 20 pages. And we were it was definitely a collaboration. And this film is a love child of everyone who lent his or her talent for this, And I was confident enough, I think, as a director, to let everyone in and listen to their ideas, because I didn't think that I would lose my own vision if I accept someone else's idea and help, And I think it enhanced a lot of stuff. And the visuals of like certain shots were the same. Like we would walk away from set one night and not touch camera, just waiting for the morning to come for those overhead shots on the love story and on bed, because it was really important for me to show in the visual language of the film how the story progresses and how the character changes without saying it. And that was certainly a challenge, and I needed brilliant actors, and thankfully I got them to just be with me and trust me and be silent. And 80% of the film is silent, and the score is not, I think, leading us to feel something, which was also very important for me in my collaboration with my composer Miriam and my piano teachers, who actually wrote the main theme that I had to come up with and have in my head and in my actor's head and in my hand double practice before we started shooting. So the main theme, the main music was written before we actually shot, and the score itself is kind of like little notes here and there from the main theme. And for me, what was really important is to give the audience also a chance to come up with their own idea. What is Esther's choice? Why is she doing it? How far is she gonna go? And how mentally stable is she by the end of the film? So I never wanted to like, this is how it is, this is bad, and this is good. I don't think that is my place, even as a filmmaker or an author of the film, to dictate what I think. I think the film art is one of those mediums that you have a chance to invite people for feedback and for a kind of a collaboration. I think my audience is my collaborator, because I really want to hear what they think and what idea they have about this film, subject-wise, or like storyline-wise, or character-wise. Everything else, beauty things, I create, of course, based on my understanding of what's beautiful, what is like. There's a lot of clues left in the film that I have not direct connection to the story, but has like mythical or just like art references, and I still get like Reddit discussions of people like, oh, does this red color signify this, or is her name an allure to like this book, or it's like, and everything, it's like that is what makes me so excited. Is the future of the film, like what you put on set and in post-production, and when you write is one thing, but when the moment it is born, it has its own life, and I really like it. I love it.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And I think that's so amazing that we didn't even get to talk, but just watching that film, I could really tell everything that you just said, and all that detail that you put into everything, and that everything it seems like you wanted to accomplish, in my point of view, you accomplished, because once you can watch this silently and understand completely, it's very universal and a beautiful message, yes, of love and inspiration, and oh my gosh, I can't begin to tell you how impressed I am with your work.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
So we're wrapping up in like the last 3 minutes, but I'd love to ask you why you submitted to Garden State Film Festival. I heard that you are from New Jersey, which is amazing. We love to see that. And obviously we love to support these filmmakers from New Jersey, because there's amazing filmmakers in New Jersey, and filming in New Jersey, amazing locations. Tell me why did you really want this to go in Garden State Film Festival?
Well, first of all, I'm really honored to be a part of the slate this year, to be a part of the festival of such caliber, and is just amazing, and an ultimate goal, I think. Also because, it was made in New Jersey. It was made with love here. It had a very good energy by being made here and not going across the Hudson and trying to like prove something to someone unnecessarily. And it's very special for me to be part of this festival, because it's home. Even though it's not originally a home for me, I consider it home. And I always lived in New Jersey the moment I came here from Moscow, Russia. And, people usually say like, oh yeah, I moved to New York. I say I moved to New Jersey, so it's I'm really happy to be a part of this festival, and very excited to see other films, just like, not just to see who I'm competing against, but like what was made here. And I think the possibilities of making a film in New Jersey are endless. We have much more space, parking is better, and people are much more accessible. I think I had enormous support from the mayor of Union City, and I'm really grateful for all their help. For one of the scenes of the film, we had to lock up the whole park in Union City, and it was no problem at all. I had police officers standing by, and it was all safe. And I felt really at home making it, and I felt supported. And I think it's not very frequent that it happens for films of such small scale as a short film and like self-funded kind of a project. But I really felt like a level of professionalism grew because I was in New Jersey, I think.
Right. That's so amazing. And how you talk about New Jersey, I mean, I really hope that Garden State Film Festival, for you and for a lot of filmmakers in the audience, can feel that, because Garden State really likes to have our filmmakers and everyone invited feel like family and make it feel like home. And this isn't the end. We want you to keep submitting to Garden State Film Festival and see this film. I mean, I have no doubt that obviously this film probably has already seen a lot and will see a lot and just expand, because it is amazing. And we hope that Garden State Film Festival will always be, like family to you and on your mind. And you keep working with us, because we love to see it. We're like family, Your success is our success.
Let me rub it on me.
Oh no, I'm like, it's so amazing. I can't wait for everyone to see this film. A great part of this virtual film festival is that, so many more people have access to it, instead of, obviously every filmmaker wants to be in person and watch their films, but now a lot of people, no matter where they are, have the ability to watch your hard work, so many other films, but this film in particular. So let me tell everyone when it will be premiering. It will be premiering at the venue of the Brookdale Performing Arts Center, virtually only, the Saturday, the 27th of March. from 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. That is the block it will be in. I really hope you have some special plans to celebrate your premiere.
Oh my God, yes, I'm gonna do a red carpet and definitely dress up, you know.
Good, take pictures and tag GSFF because we want to see that, and we hope that everyone else will take the time to go to this film block and watch this film because you definitely put so much heart and so much effort into it. Everyone you collaborated with, and it's so obvious in this film. So I really hope you have some great people watching, and everyone else has a chance to watch this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, I'm so stuck. It's like a light has been turned off inside me and I'm wandering in the dark. I can't hear anything. It's just silence. I need new inspiration.
I thought I was your muse.